Hi everybody, today I'm going to be sharing with you my homeschool haul for the month of August. I just wanted to make a video of all the things that I got this month because I did order some things toward the beginning of the month, but it took a long time to ship to South Korea, so I just wanted to do everything at once at the end of the month. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm a homeschooling mom to a 7, 6, and 4-year-old. We currently live in South Korea and are enjoying exploring the peninsula, but still doing our homeschooling stuff in our house. So let me share what I got this month. Okay, the first thing that I got this month were the Brain Quest, and these were it was nostalgia for me because I remember these from when I was young and we used to use them all the time on road trips. And since we do travel a lot in South Korea and often on buses or trains, I figured I'd bring back a little bit of my youth and use these for my kids. So I got the 6 and 7-year-old, so grade one, and it has like which words begin with the same sound, jolly, green, and giant. So just, very basic ones. And also, when I share these with my preschool video, same kind of thing for 4 to 5-year-olds. So we just use these when we're a little bit bored on trips and just need to change up whatever activity that we're doing. This book I got is called Reading Instruction for a Classroom and Clinic, and this was something that I found in an alternative schooling video, and I was just intrigued by how people were teaching reading or why they particularly chose this book as an important book for teaching reading. And I'm always interested in all things like educational history wise. So I think this book was published in 1972. So I just wanted to look through it, read through it, and this was just like an interest type of book for myself. Just to understand why, and I can't remember the video that I watched on why they chose this book in particular to recommend, but I was intrigued, so I bought it and thought I would read through it, and hopefully in the next couple of months I'll read through it and share with you anything interesting that I find. The next book I have is African Americans and Homeschooling, Motivations, Opportunities, and Challenges. Again, this was recommended by actually a friend of mine, but it's more of a textbook style with lots of references. But again, I also thought that this was definitely something interesting and something that pertained to myself and my children. So I wanted to check this out as well. And I will also share these in upcoming videos when I get a chance to read it. The next book I have is Nadia, Knox, and the Eye of the Zinnia, and I was interested in this because it did feature characters of color, so I definitely wanted to add that to our resource list, and I do want my second grader, my 7-year-old, to read this one, and I might even use it as a read aloud this year. But this one is, and I'm just going to read the back title for you. Nadia and her younger brother Chris travel the world with their parents searching for the untold stories of ancient societies. Her parents are trying to win the world famous FISH, so Fish Prize, for finding inaccuracies in science and history. With competition fierce and only a few months left until the finalists are chosen, it'll take the whole team to uncover something truly remarkable. The Kamju, a civilization hidden deep in the wilds of Uganda. Legends say the Kamju have powerful magic. Many people say the Kamju are not real. Nadia's parents think they can find them. So there are some more mysteries that go along with that, like a tour guide who's kind of questionable and doing things that Nadia doesn't think is quite right. So I'm really interested in reading this, and it's also by a Black author, so I definitely wanted to also support her, and I hope this book is really good. I'm looking forward to reading it, and of course we'll share with you once we have. The next thing I purchased this month was a first Sudoku book, My 7-year-old does regular 1 through 9 Sudoku, and my 6-year-old wanted to also participate, but the 1 through 9 was a little bit too much. So I'm so glad that I found this first Sudoku book. So we started on this one, and it just has, let me find a blank one. It just has 4. So it's 1 through 4, and I like that it has like little illustrations throughout too. So it's really more on my first grader's level to where he can start off with this one first. and then move on to harder ones. And I found this one off Amazon, and it's a cute little first Sudoku book. The next books I got were also on Amazon, and this is the Lollipop Illogic series, and it says the books are K through 2. I think it's a pretty accurate assessment of where the books are. Some of them are, of course, a little bit easier, so just to give you kind of a flip through, if you followed my channel at all, I am big on logic and critical thinking skills, so I do always look for opportunities or activities or something where we can increase those. So this one, like, number the pictures in the correct order, or here, show the correct order, so you just number them, like what happened first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. And my oldest has already gone through and completed some of these tasks. So here we have sequences, we have relationships, here we have analogies. So I really like this portion of it. So for instance, here, circle the things that is related to the third thing in the same way that the first two things are related. So you'd see like a cat and a fish is like, you'd have to figure out, like a cat and a dog. And here, so deduction, so you go through, you read the top paragraph here, and then it gives you clues, and then you have to find which one is the right answer. So some of these I feel might be a little bit above kindergarten level, but if you had a kindergartner who worked a little bit higher, they definitely could work through this. And then some of them are a little bit lower than a second grade level, so again, you just kind of have to, I feel like it's a good range. And for my kids who are 4, 6, and 7, it was the perfect range for us. And some of these we will work together, and some of these they just work alone. Let's see, so we have inferences, critical analysis, and I think I skipped a couple, pattern decoding. So that's the first book in the series, and this is something that we could easily, if I wanted to do something one-on-one with one of my children, I could have them go through this by themselves if they needed something to do to occupy their time. So again, same kind of thing, just wanted to flip through it real quick for you guys if you are interested in these books. And let me know if you have more questions about them. Down in the comments below, I'm definitely willing to answer more. This next one is the Kumaon Science Sticker Activity Book, and this one I purely got because my 4-year-old was asking for more things to do. When the boys are occupied with their schoolwork, she just has been saying she wants more, so I found a little science workbook for her to do. And of course I'm working with her on everything, and it has little fun activities and science things, so living, non-living, just very basic, preschool type of things, and all of the stickers are on the back. So sticker book, and we'll work through this together throughout the year, maybe 1 or 2 per week or something, as much as she wants to, really. And then we can incorporate real objects as much as possible throughout this as well. But I thought it had cute illustrations and is a fun starting off or jumping off point for her to explore some different things. So this is the Kumaon, yes, pre-K and up book. This has been my 7-year-old's absolute favorite find. This is Math Adventures Enchanted Forest, and I saw this, I believe, actually I don't remember. I have no clue where I saw this. But I thought it looked very interesting, and I wanted to try it out. And unfortunately, they did not have the first grade. They only have 2nd, 3rd, and I think 4th and 5th. So I figured we'd start with grade 2, see how we liked it, and then if we continue to like it, we'll buy more. So these it does have stickers in the back, like some metal stickers and some of the games. So basically you are going on an adventure through the Enchanted Forest, and you have different activities that you have to complete. My idea was for my son to do this on Fridays. So Fridays we do math Monday through Thursday, and then Fridays we save for games or activities. So this is something, my idea was for this to be only on Fridays for activities, and I thought that we could do just maybe 1 per Friday to kind of last us throughout the year, but my son has been so excited, he's just been going through it a little bit quicker than I had planned, but again, it doesn't matter. It's totally fine. So here's just like a quick note to parents on what to expect. These are the skills and concepts covered in the book. So basically, second grade material, and then some tips for adults. And so you have like a welcome page and just like a quick, roundabout here. And so this is some basic logic, beginning programming type stuff. You're like following, go 3 steps down, go around. So it has like some kind of adventure piece over here, and then whatever activity on this side. And then here, so it always tells you what's going on, and then the things that you have to do. So I'll just do like a little flip through really quickly so you can see. And of course, if you're interested, then and I got these on Amazon. So for this one, my son insisted on doing this, even though we have an abacus. I didn't have the right size noodles, so we just used the noodles that I had available, and he insisted on making that, which is fine. So here he worked through all of these. So he really enjoys these. And then here, I guess there's an opportunity to actually do some cooking, and that is basically the framework of the book. And I will definitely buy grade 3 and grade 4, and however many come out. And the answers are all in the back. To go along with our Poetry and Tea Tuesdays, I got the Poetry Tea Companion, a Brave Writer sample of British and American poems. So here we have a foreword, introduction and tips for appreciating a poem. And we have poems and illustrations throughout the whole book, and a little bit about the authors of the poems as well. So we'll be using this to go along with our other poetry books for our Tuesdays, and we're looking forward to doing more of that. And the last thing that we got for this month was STEM Quest, Astonishing Atoms and Matter, Mayhem. So this was just a fun book that I found, filled with science information and really neat science experiments. So we have like food webs here, create your own food chain. Let's see, our amazing eyes. So you're like covering eyes and going from the light and the dark. So basically every page has some kind of experiment on it. And I also love that it highlights different scientists throughout the book, and gives a little bit of information on them. And it's just like a really, really broad overview of all things science, and we can go into deeper, more detail with whatever we see that kind of is like, ooh, this is so interesting. So this is something that we'll add or use in our Science Fridays to kind of, Science Fridays will be our, Fridays are our days where we do science experiments and explore something science related. Sometimes we listen to Science Friday podcasts. And this is a book that we'll be going through as well throughout the year. It just looked so fun and interesting, so we added this to our collection. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the video. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.